What's going on? Alright, so I literally just finished recording the other one, so we're going to go ahead and play the Cardinals in the conference championship. So we're hopefully going to be able to get into the Super Bowl this week. So I'm going to go ahead and deal with these things, and obviously weekly awards. We had Jerry Jeudy with 10 receptions for 300 yards, or 260. I rounded up, and a touchdown, so... Alright, so we're on defense first. Now, here I'm going to go ahead and contain and do a quarterback spy because he has Kyler Murray. Now, I'm not sure how I don't make the contact there and screw up a tackle, but whatever. I'm known to do all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Alright, so here we go again. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a stop here to start the game. Now, they are coming out here. That was a good play by them. Decent start for them. I'm going to go ahead and come into, I think with the pistol, they're going to probably hand it off here. So I'm going to come into run D real quick. Pull Darius Smith out. Bring Collins back into the box. And then try to shoot the gap. I can't do it. Got to get to the outside. I can't set the edge there with the corner. So they did get a good run. Pretty good start. Landon Collins felt a little slow there. So I don't know why. But, you know, that happens. I mean, look, it's a conference championship. I'm expecting to give up some points here. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring pressure. And I guess the pressure worked there, but they ran, so. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. I'm going to try to set this back in the way I want it. Alright, boom, perfect. So let's set this pressure up again. I want to get a good sack here on this first drive. Now, obviously when they're running it, we can't get a sack. I don't really want to do the same play 3 times in a row, but I'm going to because I want the sack. It's their fault for running the ball so many times in a row. Alright, I got to pull him in a little bit. Boom, he gets the contains, then I'll be here. Boom, Chase Young gets a sack. What? Let's go, holding. I'm going to decline that. So decline 3rd down and 20, and boom, we are going to get the ball and start our hopefully first offensive successful drive here in the conference championship en route to our Super Bowl. So, I mean, what is this for the Redskins? This is their first conference championship in a lot of years. So we're going to go back to our normal play here, where we're going to go find Julio out in space. I'm going to, if he gets his hands on it, boom! If he gets his hands on it, he is bringing it down on those. That's exactly why I do that. So I do need to put this one in a strong slot. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to get one to Jerry Jeudy. Well, it's probably not the smartest one to throw to Jerry there. So we're going to throw it to Julio. I'm just going to go down. No reason taking any hits. No reason to get injured. Alright, so we're going to run with Geis here. So let's see what we can do. Alright, we're going to run up the middle for the first one. He goes for a couple yards. Now he's a power back. He can take those hits. Not too worried about it. We're going to try to stretch here. Hopefully we can contain the edge there. Moss he's not really a blocking tight end, but, you know, maybe he can set the edge. Well, he fails his block there, but we are still able to get outside and have a little bit more speed than the end. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and run it here with Phillip because I need the first down. I only need 1 yard. So let's see. We have a huge hole. Running the outside. We can't get to the outside, but we do get 16 yards and down to the 20. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and try to get this one into Jerry. Pass lead. We do get it to Jerry down to the 3-yard line. Possession, catch it. Now, that is a weird animation that I got there, but it worked out for the best for us there. So I'm going to trust my power halfback here, Darius Geis, to put us a little bit, you know, closer. And if we can't get in here, we had a hole. We do. We get in. Touchdown. Let's go. Great way to start the game. Huge defensive stand, and then a great offensive drive to take the lead. All right, so conference championship. We're up already in this game. You know, in the first quarter, huge start to it. Let's go ahead and try to play some good defense here, get the ball back. Now, they have been having a lot of shotgun runs, so I might have to switch my defense up on 1st and 2nd down. I'm actually going to go ahead and jump into a 4-4 here and see, because if they do If they do decide to run, my 4-4 is more running linebackers, less coverage. See, it's, you know, right there, it was not super great. My middle linebacker was not able to do any coverage there. Now, if Miles Jack was my starter, then we would have been able to do something there, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in a huge, some huge pressure here, and back up with Byron Murphy, and he does get it over to the tight end, but I wanted the pressure. Now, Kyler Murray started 3 of 3 for 32 yards, is pretty good, but I'm not expecting them to stay that good all game. Now, in pistol, I do kind of expect them to run it here, although they're not running it, so I have to cover him, basically. And, alright, so he goes out of bounds. So these little quick passes and whatnot are good and all, but it takes a lot of them to get down the field. So if we could get this one into like a shootout style game, I think we're going to have the edge. Let's just bring pressure again. Get over here, play as Byron Murphy, and cover down low. We do. Chase Young gets his second sack of the game. That's huge. So now on 3rd down and long, we're able to play just some coverage here. Get into a real easy cover 3 with my coverage guys. And hope that we can just kind of, you know, keep them behind the line. Now, they've driven to the 50 twice, so this team is definitely looking good. Now, I can't get back fast enough, but we should have had that one boxed, not gonna lie. Alright, so playing run D here, basically I was I put my purple in a spy, which plays the run a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Oops, I did it wrong. Well, that works, that's fine. Boom, kind of covering them. Alright, that's good, so we don't give up too much. They get to the 28, they're in field goal range, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. Kyler Murray's 6 for 6, and I don't like that, so I am going to bring the pressure in here, see if we can force a mistake or a sack or, you know, something other than a positive play for them, which it seems like keeps happening. They are going to hand the ball off here, and we are there, so perfect. So they're going to get the field goal, and we're going to try to put together another good offensive drive. After letting up a field goal last drive, you know, I'm just going to look to try to choose some clock here. You know, we're up by 4, second quarter. Obviously, they got the ball first to start the game. So we're going to get it after halftime, which means that we could kind of double dip here. If we score on this drive, don't leave them enough time, and then we get the ball back and score starting the second half, we should be in a great position en route to the Super Bowl. Huge run with Darius Geis there. So that play looked to be boxed, but we still end up getting through. Now, Darius is tired, so because of that, I am going to go to my fullback here. But it looks like they're giving us a decent hole here. Now, you do get a little bit faster of a handoff to the right, and we do. Luke Sellers. Wow. I'm going to decline it because I want the rush yards. So it's 3rd and 7 instead of 1st down. Luke Sellers' best run of the season is just going to come back. So we're going to have to throw here probably. But it's no problem. We could totally, you know, do it. Julio should be out. We're going to go ahead and catch and run that one because we do have a huge gain there. See if we can swerve and make a miss, and we do. And Julio Jones with a huge touchdown here. So not as much chewing clock, but I'm never going to turn down a big play like that. Alright, so quick 3 and out. I just super simmed it to change the possession. Didn't actually play it. And it looks like they went backwards. I would not be too surprised if there were a couple sacks in there. And that's a decent run with Lindsey. You know, I want to get our guys involved here. Try to get everybody a couple touches, you know. Have everybody contribute, put up some decent yards. But, you know, now the 2-minute warning. Running up the clock a little bit, being up by 11 points. Get a field goal, go up by 2 touchdowns, get a touchdown, go up by 3 scores. Either way, we're in prime position here as long as we don't turn the ball over. And I think by sharing the carries and the routes and whatnot, I think that's kind of our best position here. So I'm going to go ahead and look to get the ball back to Jerry Jeudy here, get him involved. I love when our rookies contribute. Chase Young has already come in huge with 2 sacks here in this game. And if I could just work the pocket a little bit, get the ball out to Jerry. And I wanted to go down there. I didn't want to take the hit. But we are 5 of 5, 154 yards and a touchdown here in this first half. So everything seems to be going our way right now. So, you know, I need to play this one carefully. You know, obviously don't want to turn the ball over when we should not. But I'm going to run with Haskins here. I'm going to get out of bounds. All right. So he does take the hit. Now he's a bigger bodied quarterback in the game. I mean, just by look at his stature. So I'm not super expecting him to get injured on every hit he takes, but I'm going to try to limit the number of hits he does take. Now that was his first hit in a while. It looks like we have Jerry Jeudy if I pass lead it up. That was close. That was close. That play might work. I'm going to run that one again. There was a huge hole in the secondary there, but I didn't pass lead it right. So we're going to come back with the same play. I'm going to watch that guy in the middle linebacker spot right there. And if he comes down at me, we should have Jerry here. I think if I pass lead this one up, we got him. Jerry Jeudy gets gets his touchdown here. So that's perfect. This is exactly the start to the game that I wanted to have. Now it is just it's already halftime, but you know, this is perfect. All right, so nothing in the end of the half really happened there. So we are leading 21-3. I was gonna go ahead and show this kick return, but they're kicking the ball out of bounds. So let's just go ahead and run the ball more this drive. Try to just control the game. We're already in great control of the game, but you know, control the tempo more. Darius Geis with a decent run. Not sure what kind of happened there. Probably could have got a couple more yards out of it, but I am going to go ahead and split the carries here in the second half a lot. Just kind of keep either guy from getting tired. And Philip Lindsay with a decent run there. So, yeah, he's already got 30 yards. I'm not sure exactly how many Geis has, but, you know, they both have decent amounts. So we're going to look to go back with Darius here. I want to get a break for either him or Lindsay. Just kind of get our running backs. Like, we don't put up monster yards with our running backs ever. So he's got 45. So I'm going to go back with Lindsay more here. Try to get him some good carries. You know, an inside handoff here might work for us. We don't get the greatest of blocking, but you know, 75 rushing yards, 76 I guess, because Dwayne Haskins is 1. Alright, so 3rd and 4, I probably should pass. I feel more in control when I do pass, but, you know, just controlling the tempo of the game. We possibly could have got a first down there if he didn't shoot it so well. But, you know, we are going to punt the ball and, you know, work on our defense. Alright, so we're hoping for a big punt here. It is going to land in the 10, and wow, that is perfect. Puts them at the 8-yard line. So they're down by 3 scores. And now they have to go, you know, 92 yards to get a touchdown. So that's, you know, punting is super important sometimes. I always punt. I don't always kick off. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and, you know, start this off. They're in kind of a double halfback set. So they haven't really got too much out of their running today. You know, 29 yards rushing there. I expected Kyler Murray to run more, for sure. But, you know, we're just going to play this simple zone coverage. I never really run man here. We should have had that one there. I never really run man. We just get burned all the time. I'll go ahead and run one real quick. So I'm running a cover 2 man, which, you know, I would have put him on a man and then played with Sua. Now, you know, this is what happens. We get burned all the time in man. For no reason whatsoever, we get burned all the time. I'll go ahead and run it one more time. Just to kind of show. So I'm going to go ahead and man coverage him to Y, and then I'm going to lurk with Murphy. And we do kind of stop him, but again, we just get burned. We totally get burned. So, you know, that's why I always run a cover 3. I'll run a cover 2 here, just to have a little bit of a difference. I guess I didn't do the play right. I didn't switch it. Now we are there. All right, good. So I wanted to get the interception there, switch me to the wrong player, but that probably was for the better. Flipping the play this time to run my cover 2. This used to be my favorite play, but the cover 3 seems to work and protect the sticks more. Now in a closer, you know, down a distance like this, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the cover 2, but cover 3 works just as well, especially when that's the one we practice in our practice for the week. So, and this is just super simple. You know, anything underneath will get open, but hopefully we can make the tackles. And having an enforcer, I'm going to send my spy there. Having an enforcer there, we'll get, you know, a decent number of fumbles. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do some different kind of runs with Lindsey here. You know, just running him out of strong pro doesn't seem to get him a whole lot of yards. Now this one, we didn't really have any blocking there. I don't know, he doesn't cut back very easily, so maybe we'll get one here. But if this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to the air. This half for offense hasn't been super great. Yeah, I mean, we're not really getting too much with Lindsey. I mean, he's our better rated running back, but Darius Geis just has way more yards than him usually. All right, so here we are. We're just going to look for Jerry again. And he is wide open. So he can't get the separation he needs to run down the field, but solid pickup. So, all right, here we are. Probably going to be looking. All right, it is zone, so I'm going to pass lead him there, and he does get his hands on it and comes down with it. So beautiful. Haskins is almost to 100 or to 200 passing yards, so that's what I'm hoping to get him to. So I went and found a formation that had nobody with yellow or orange in it, and so we're going to go ahead and just run the ball again here with Darius. Guys, we do have a little bit of a hole. Can't really fit through it too easily, but you know, that's his 10th rush of the day. He has 52 total, and we're going to the fourth quarter. So I'm hoping we can find Jerry Jeudy here on an out route, and it looks like we can't, but leading Julio up the field, we had a little bit of an inaccurate pass. I mean, I'm kind of thankful that was inaccurate. It doesn't look like we really had anything there anyways, but, you know, I was hopeful that we could fit it in there in time, but we can't. Now, I am very happy with, you know, Dwayne Haskins this year. Nice catch for Paul Richardson. We haven't got him one in a while. I'm happy with Dwayne Haskins this year and all his productivity, but I am going to draft a quarterback, and if he is a scrambler, I've had my eye on one. If he has decent stats as a scrambler, I'm probably going to end up, you know, going with him in the future. Especially considering that Dwayne Haskins, with his productivity and, you know, increasing his stats, is probably going to end up becoming a pretty expensive guy. So maybe making the transition to a new quarterback every couple of years will be good, and paying for other higher skill other positions that we need might be good. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but like, you know, people overpay for the quarterback position, I think, and I think you can win with lesser talent. So we'll have one more solid year out of Haskins, but if the guy has a decent development trait, I might just end up starting him and develop him into a decent quarterback. Now, because I mean, I do love a scrambler, for sure. That's my favorite kind of quarterback. I mean, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I love Lamar Jackson. Now, I love Joe. You know, I'll never hate Joe in my life, but had Joe been able to scramble like he did those couple of years, like after his ACL injury, like he came back and ran more. We got Julio for a wide open touchdown. I mean, 4 straight incompletions. That's it. So now we got the ball again. We're just gonna shoot clock and get on out of here. We break one with Darius Geis here for 9 yards. I probably could have gone a little bit more if I didn't try to juke back, but I was kind of hopeful there that we could kind of break something. You know, I am going to go ahead and show that I'm going to run here with our fullback, get him his 5th carry of the year. He doesn't have a whole lot. Actually, you know what? I don't like the way that we're doing this. So let's go ahead and throw this one. Boom. We get Moss's first catch of the game, and he gets in for a touchdown. So that's not what I was expecting at all, but I turned a play action pass. I don't like play action. We obviously will always get sacked. Play action down with a goal line defense like that. But yeah, I mean, we get Moss a touchdown, so that's pretty great. I'm probably just gonna sim to the end of the game because we're up by so much. It's not even worth playing the end. All right, so we're gonna look at the stats now. Neither team had any turnovers. We led the way in passing yards and everything, but yeah, neither team had any turnovers. Now this is Haskins' second straight. All right, you know I know I was saying that I might get a scrambling quarterback, but this is his second straight perfect passer rating game. This is a solid quarterback. Now it is our scheme that is helping, but I can't throw right without a scrambling quarterback. I really can't. Now if I scramble to the right, I can easily throw to the right side of the field. But Haskins 12 of 15 for 255 yards, 4 touchdowns to no picks, and 17 yard per average, yards per attempt. So that's pretty good. He did have a 72-yard pass. Now we did throw those 4 touchdowns to a couple different receivers, but Haskins is a solid quarterback. Kyler Murray went 16 of 26 for no touchdowns, but also no interceptions. Like I said, there were no takeaways in this game at all. Kept him under 200 yards though. Now rushing, I guess our offense didn't have as many yards as I would have hoped. I think we got over 3, but we didn't get to 400. Philip Lindsay with 51 yards, no touchdowns. Geis had 70 yards and a touchdown. Geis is quickly becoming our number 1 halfback. Now he is in the power, and maybe that's a better formation for us to run, but I just can't seem to break anything with Philip Lindsay. Now J.K. Dobbins had 10 rushes for 29 yards, no touchdowns. They didn't score any. It stayed 35-3. Haskins did have 1 rush for 1 yard, and Kyler did have 1 rush for 1 yard. We went out of bounds. He got hit by our spy. So receiving, Julio with 6 receptions for 167 yards is phenomenal. Julio Jones is a phenomenal receiver for us. But Jerry Jeudy with 4 for 57 and a touchdown, he's a great rookie. Julio with 2. Now, Cooper Kupp apparently on this Cardinals team. That's probably one of the reasons that they're so good. He had 52. Christian Kirk had 86. J.K. Dobbins had 23. Now Moss did get a touchdown. We got him one at the end. We came out in that tight set to get the fullback a carry, but instead they crowded the line, and Moss was wide open, just ran in for a touchdown. So Paul Richardson got a catch for 15, and they split a couple more. They threw to Max Williams for a 20-yard pass. Well, all right, defensively, obviously there were no turnovers, so I'm not going to look at that. But sacks, Montez Sweat got himself a couple. Chase Young got himself a couple. Zadarius Smith got himself 1. So that's pretty good. Chase Young, obviously, stud rookie. Montez Sweat, he was a rookie this year, so in the simulation it was last year. He's a stud as well. And then Zadarius Smith, who we traded for from the Packers, stud. So with the amount that we use, we run zone. We don't really run man. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade his zone. It's not gonna upgrade his man at all, it seems, but it's gonna get him closer. He is now 77 zone, so that's pretty decent. We got a couple more before we can get him to 80 and unlock hopefully another ability. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next week and just kind of see who we're gonna be playing in the Super Bowl. As of what it looked like, we're probably gonna play the Browns. I think that's who has been looking like a stud. So we're gonna go to next week. I want to check out the Pro Bowl players, so that's why I want to go in there. And we are playing the Colts. Okay, so a team we didn't get to play this year already, so that's pretty good. So Chase Young, Byron Murphy, and Reuben Foster all getting an upgrade. Their overall top attribute is the one that I want to be upgraded, so it's going to do it for them. So let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. Kyler Murray going from the NFC. He would have been in the Super Bowl if we didn't beat him, so obviously. But yeah, he's pretty good. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, pretty typical guys. I like how he's already up to an 80 overall. Josh Allen getting up to an 84, Baker Mayfield up to an 87, Drew Lock up to an 80. So I did give Josh Allen and Drew Lock their boost to their current rating. I did it in their rookie year, and they were both like mid-low 70s. I think he was like a 70. He was like a 77, and he was like a 71 or whatever he was. And so now they're both up in the 80s, which is obviously really good. Josh Allen went up way more because he won the MVP this year. Zeke setting the records, obviously in here. Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon, DeAndre Swift. Wow, so he's getting in there. These are pretty typical names. Chandler Cox, the rookie, is one that I didn't imagine. Yeah, pretty typical names. Nobody that I'm super surprised to see, really. OJ Howard, who we traded to the Jags, getting in. So, that's good to see. Greg Olsen getting in one more time before he's probably going to retire soon. Yeah, so basically what I'm seeing is there's not really any surprises. Perennial contenders, basically. There's a low overall here in Jonathan Cyprien, but yeah, nobody else really. So for our weekly awards, Dwayne Haskins with throwing for 255 yards and having a perfect passer rating is obviously going to be your offensive player of the week from the NFC. Looks like Andrew Luck is the offensive player of the year for the Colts. Now, of course, we're going to have to play against him in the Super Bowl, but I'm not too worried because of the, he did retire, but simulation, I'm fine with him still being in here. Chase Young with two sacks, getting your defensive player of the week. So I'm going to go ahead and sim to the next week, and we're going to see how many upgrades we get because of the awards. So we're going to sim to the Super Bowl week. All right, so here, the yearly awards. I know we already looked at them. But with that, we should have a couple upgrades. I'm not seeing any upgrades. I guess maybe after our training, hopefully. All right, so we do get to upgrade one player in Bryce Hall. So nobody really gets any progressions, but I will look at the team overall real quick before we do jump into the Super Bowl in the next episode. Our team is a solid team. Our offensive line, our lowest overall is a 78, but he's a rookie, and he doesn't really let up too many sacks or anything, so it's not not that bad anyways. Paul Richardson at 83. Jerry Jeudy finally did take over with a higher overall than he is. Now let's see. He has a +1 overall for his morale is high. And so that means that Jerry Jeudy is officially higher overall than he is. Moss needs 12 more snaps to find out his, where he's at. And he's up to a 77 now. So he's probably going to be our tight end in the future going forward. I imagine he's going to got 1 year to sit. Chase Young up to a 90 with a 2 morale boost. So, he's an 88, but as a rookie, getting up to 88 is just spectacular. I'm so happy that he is up there. Our D-line is just, stacked. Our corners are pretty good in a 95 and 81. Now, Greedy Williams at a 79 is our next highest overall. Not the greatest, but we do have a rookie here that's still hidden development. Needs about a couple hundred more until we find it out. But Landon Collins up to a superstar X Factor now. He had, let's see when he became that. So he added that, just recently here, Superstar X Factor development. That's amazing. So he's up to an 86 overall, 87 with the morale. But, let's check out what's his ability. He's a selfless. So that means all on-field teammates enter the zone as well. So, that's not the best, but having Enforcer is obviously the best. Let's see if Anthony Davis has any abilities, or Ashton Davis has any abilities. So he doesn't have any abilities yet. We're going to hope that he gets some soon. And I foresee him getting Superstar X Factor in the future. He's just had such a stellar season for us. So Our linebacking core is a little bit weak, obviously, with Miles Jack still injured for 2 more weeks. Now, that means that he's not going to play the rest of the season. We're probably going to end up looking to move him because of that, but you know, I can't rule out him staying here in the future. He is going to get a ring with us, so obviously something he's never going to get with the Jaguars. So, but with that being said, that's probably all I'm going to really look at. Going to get the scouting and everything. Now, I just haven't showed it. There hasn't been much to look at all year, so I'm going to go ahead and show it probably in the off-season only because of that, and I am going to live stream the off-season again. So, alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and do that and get in the Super Bowl. See you for the next episode.